to the podcast. It is week 6 of the NFL? Well,
that sounds about right.
I think so. This year's going by fast. I'm losing track. Anyway, we're actually going to start off with baseball. That's how you say baseball in Spanish, if you didn't know. Baseball.
Baseball has been very, very good to me. Do you know who said that?
No.
Sam Sosa. Baseball has been very, very good to me.
Anyway.
When he was getting questioned by Congress about his steroid use. And he all of a sudden couldn't remember how to speak English.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Alright, so right now, at the moment, currently, of recording this podcast episode, the ALCS and NLCS matchups are set. So, in the wild card, the Blue Jays, they messed up both of our World Series predictions because we had the Blue Jays going to the World Series. And that didn't happen. So, they lost to the Twins. The Rangers beat the Braves. The Diamondbacks upset the Brewers. And the Phillies beat the Marlins, which, shocker there. But guess what? I went 0-4 on predictions for the first round. Isn't that impressive?
The Blue Jays, that was a bad pick. That was a bad pick.
Yeah.
I thought they could hit the ball. I thought they could hit some dingers. They sucked.
Yeah.
They were bad.
However, our pick probably wasn't the only one who got upset. The Braves in the second round got upset as well.
I wouldn't call that upset.
Well, okay, yeah, but they were easily the World Series favorites.
The Phillies are good.
Yeah.
Like
really good, but
good.
The Braves were World Series favorites. That's what I'm calling it now.
Phillies have that swagger, man. They got 2 stud pitchers and Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola.
Bryce Harper's good.
And Kyle Schwarber, man. That dude just hits bombs all day. He, as a leadoff hitter, just got the swagger.
Yeah,
swagger. They're good.
And then
they're my new favorite.
The Dodgers lost to the Diamondbacks.
Oh, Clayton Kershaw. How
do the Diamondbacks lose every year? It feels like, besides in 2020.
Diamondbacks?
The Dodgers.
They just choke every year.
Yeah.
Your Hall of Fame pitcher is probably one of the worst postseason pitchers of all time.
Didn't he have, it was what, 0.2 innings pitched, 7 runs allowed, 10 hits, something wild? Clayton Kershaw.
He's bad. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to find it right now.
Like what he ranks.
I mean, again, he's one of the best starting pitchers of all time. He's easily a first ballot Hall of Famer. And the dude just is awful when it comes to the postseason.
I don't understand.
13-13 with a 4.49 ERA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an average pitcher, but when you're a Hall of Famer, you're your number one starter, and you got to come up big in the playoffs, and he does not.
I just wonder if it's pressure based or he doesn't perform well.
Arizona teed off on him though.
Yeah. So right now it's the Phillies versus Diamondbacks in the NLCS, and we'll see what happens.
Phillies in.
Well, yeah,
I'm probably 4. I'll give that Arizona 1 win. 5.
I'm saying 4. The Diamondbacks, I feel like they're lucky they got past the.
I'm looking more forward to the Rangers and the Astros.
So yeah, the Astros beat the Twins, and then the Rangers beat the Orioles, and the Orioles, did they get swept? Or did they win 1? There were a lot of teams that got swept.
They got swept 3-0.
Yeah.
Texas is a dangerous team too. I don't think they have enough pitching.
I don't know if you've seen the map, but the whole country is cheering for the Rangers besides Texas and Louisiana for some reason.
How is Texas not cheering for the Rangers?
I don't know. I guess they just like the Astros.
No. Gotta be rooting for Texas.
Anyway.
Bruce Bochy, great coach.
ALCS, Astros versus Rangers. Who you got?
And I don't know. I will probably go with Houston just because they've been there, done that. I think it's going to be a good series.
See,
I'll pick Houston.
I don't like Houston, though.
I didn't say I liked them. I said I was picking them.
So I'm going against Houston. I'm picking the Rangers. That's a weird World Series. Rangers versus Phillies.
MLB would hate that.
Yeah, they want the Astros.
They would hate the Diamondbacks more.
Yeah. Okay, how many people do you know that are Arizona Diamondbacks fans?
Oh, they're gonna say how many Arizona Diamondbacks fans are there? I was gonna say 7.
Well, that answered my question.
Do I know any? No.
Yeah. So that.
Granted, we are in Ohio,
but still.
Yeah, maybe some snowbirds that come back and forth.
I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen an Arizona Diamondbacks hat.
I know a Cardinals fan.
That's different.
Same state. Yeah, but I'm not.
I think meant St. Louis Cardinals.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say your geography is bad.
No, I meant the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't think we're quite understanding here.
I hear you. Now. I hear you.
So, World Series pick. Who do you have?
Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
My picks haven't been so good.
So, again, 0-4. 0-4. So let's head over to the NFL. And week 5 was it was something. It was something. I do believe last podcast episode I went, wow, none of these games are good. And yeah, they were all right. So, Bears versus Commanders, the Bears actually won. Congratulations to the Bears. Justin Fields played great. And the Commanders suck, I guess. And then
Justin Fields played fantastic.
I mean, my whole thing is if he plays like that every game, they can win.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch that game at all.
He looked really good.
It was a Thursday night game, and I expected it to be like 13-10.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't watch.
I mean, it was a fun game to watch. I'm not gonna lie, because DJ Moore had a great game, like 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, something crazy. The Patriots continue to suck, like really bad, 34-0 against.
Isn't that Belichick's worst defeat ever?
Well, no. Last week was against the Cowboys. That was his biggest margin of defeat. But this, I don't think he's ever gotten shut out before, and he just did.
I don't know how they lost 34-0 with Mac Jones going 12-22 for 110 yards. I mean,
yeah, and
shocking.
what 2 interceptions?
Yeah, I mean those are some numbers.
I don't know how he's that good. I don't think there's a quarterback that can be just as bad as him.
Mac Jones or Tom Brady left-handed?
I mean, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT, though. I feel like I have to go Tom Brady because Mac Jones is.
You take Tom Brady left-handed over Mac Jones.
Well, because let's be honest, there's not a lot of good talent in the league, and Mac Jones is not a lot of good talent. He keeps getting benched for Bailey Zappi.
He's bad.
Yeah.
That was a bad decision. I think I said this on the podcast when they drafted him. Maybe we didn't have the podcast then, but he's a bad quarterback. There's not a lot of good quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Which
they're bad.
Brings me to my next point. What's the talent in the NFL right now? We've talked about it previously on my other episodes, and it's like, man, the NFL is boring. no scoring, low scoring games, and it's like, what's going on? And I feel like the reason is the talent isn't there.
The talent's there, the quarterback isn't there.
That
You
will
got wide receivers all over the field and can't get them the ball.
well. I mean, I think this might be just the best generation of wide receivers we've ever
Coaches
seen.
are bad. They're all conservative. They're bad. The NFL is a bad, bad, bad product. Minus one team.
The Dolphins,
No.
the Eagles,
Nope.
the Browns, the
Mm.
49ers, the Cowboys.
No.
Give me a hint. Ohio State.
I have the greatest coach in the NFL.
Oh, the Lions.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell, baby.
Put up 42 points on the Panthers.
I mean, it's the Panthers, but let's be honest. That's a big feat.
Dan Campbell 4-1 right now.
I do believe that they are playing the Buccaneers, which will be a very good game. I hope it's a good game, because next week games are just not good either. Thanks, NFL.
Joe Burrow finally decided to play a game this year and
Jamar Chase
beat
showed
the
up.
great Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, Jamar Chase showed up for once, saying he's 7-11, always open.
Dak Prescott decided not to play in a big game as usual,
Wow.
and they just got bombed by the 49ers.
The Jets beat Sean Payton and the Broncos as Nathaniel Hackett's revenge against Denver.
Dude, what is up with Russell Wilson?
What's up with the Broncos? I mean, 2 years ago, before Russell Wilson was there, they were good. I mean, they were middle of the pack team. You thought Russell Wilson was going to come in. They were going to be a top 5, top 10 team. They're a bottom 32 team. I don't even know if that makes sense. They're a bottom feeder. I think they're the worst team in the NFL right now. Maybe the Bears, because the Broncos beat the Bears. But still, the Broncos are not good. I don't understand what's going on.
They're very bad. They're very, very, very bad. Yeah, Russell Wilson's fallen off a cliff. I don't blame this on Sean Payton. It's Russell Wilson, man.
I just don't know what... If you're in the Broncos position, what do you do? Do you just go, okay, we're going to tank and we're going to go get Caleb Williams? They don't have a first round pick, I thought.
Probably not.
I don't, because I think they traded it to the Seahawks.
That sounds right.
So, listen, the Broncos have nothing to gain here. They're just losing. Same with the Panthers. The Panthers are 0-5 now, and they don't have a first round pick. They gave the Bears their first round pick. They have nothing to gain at all. And it's just, is it Bryce Young's fault? Is it the defense fault? Is it Frank Reich's fault? Who knows? But the Panthers and the Broncos are the bottom feeders of the NFL. And I feel like this is what we're talking about when we say, where's the talent? Watching the Broncos is the most boring thing ever. It's just not fun. But do you know who is fun?
Would you rather have Zach Wilson or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Do you know what? I know I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm supposed to hate the Jets. I dislike the Jets. I don't hate the Jets. There's a difference there. And I'm kind of warming up to Zach Wilson a little bit.
Oh my God.
Listen, is he that good? Nah.
There should not be a but in the sentence.
But
Lord.
He turned, look at last week. He turned into prime Joe Namath against the Chiefs. And honestly, sorry to our Chiefs fans out there, but you guys should have lost that game. Except the refs were on your side. So, I don't know. Zach Wilson's kind of warming up to me. They play the Eagles next week, which...
Bad. He's bad.
I don't know.
He's bad. All right, picks.
let's get into picks here. So week 6, Thursday night football. What are we doing here? Broncos versus Chiefs. I get it. It's a divisional matchup, but it's the Broncos. What are we doing? Anyway, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs by like 3 because it's Thursday.
Three.
It's Thursday night football. They're gonna score by 20 points altogether.
Oh, it's the Chiefs. Chiefs by 3 touchdowns.
Eh. Last London game, early morning game, Ravens versus Titans.
This will be a 6-3 game.
I just don't like the Ravens. They're not that good. Like, their record says they're all right, but in my opinion, they're not that good. But, I mean, give me the Ravens because the Titans are way worse.
Ravens close, only because it'll be 6-3.
Yeah. Dolphins versus Panthers. This game kind of scares me a little bit because, again, like I was saying before, the Panthers have nothing to lose. They have, like, if they lose this game, then they're done. They can't do anything. So I think they're going to be pulling out all the stops.
What do you mean if they lose, they're done?
They would be 0-6. I don't know how you really come back from that one.
Well, they're already done. But this game doesn't dictate whether they're done. They're already done.
Anyway, give me the Dolphins by 35.
The Dolphins score more touchdowns, or will Bryce Young throw more interceptions? Dolphins will score a lot of touchdowns. Dolphins big.
Saints versus Texans. I'm a little on the fence about this one. I think it'll be a good game, but like a good close game, maybe a field goal kind of game. But I really don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, but I feel like just because Stroud is going up against this kind of veteran defense, they know how to handle rookies. You're going up against Derek Carr, a veteran. Give me the Saints.
Don't overlook Derek Carr. Saints 3-2.
Colts versus Jaguars. Jonathan Taylor is officially back, but he's still, I think, splitting carries with Zach Moss. So probably not going to make that much of a difference. Also, you have Gardner Minshew, and that is a recipe for disaster. Give me the Jaguars.
Jaguars big.
Seahawks versus Bengals. Give me the Bengals. I know the Seahawks are probably do you know the betting odds here? Do you know if they're the overdog?
I think the Bengals are like 2.5 favorites.
All right, well, give me the overdog then. Give me the Bengals. I just think the Seahawks just aren't as good as the Bengals, and the Bengals have to win this game if they want to, stay alive.
I think the Bengals need to win. I think they played better last week. I think they're at home, but I'm going with Seattle.
Really?
Yep.
Alrighty. Vikings versus Bears. I understand that the Bears just came off a big win, but you're still the Bears. Give me the Vikings.
Don't overlook Kirk Cousins. Vikings, because of the reason you just said. The Bears came off a big win. They're due to regress significantly and go back to the usual looking Bears. Vikings.
49ers versus Browns. Ugly game because Deshaun Watson is out. So you've got, what's his name? Dorian Thompson.
I don't even know who their backup is.
It's like the rookie, but he's not good.
But then they pick up like, what's it, PJ Walker? Or...
I don't know. I'm not. Anyway, what I'm basically saying is I'm in a dilemma here because one of my good friends who's a Browns fan, shout out to you, he said, I'm disappointed in you because you didn't pick the Browns when I think they beat the Steelers, maybe? I don't know. I picked against the Browns. The Browns won. He said, next week you have to pick the Browns. I'm not picking the Browns. I'm sorry. Give me the 49ers. I might regret this, but
No,
You
I think this
just-
game will be closer than I think San Francisco's favored by like 10.5, 9.5. I think the Browns will keep it closer than that. Even though I don't know who their quarterback is, but
Listen,
San Francisco's going to win this
they
game.
have such a good defense. The Browns have such a good defense.
So the Niners.
Yeah, that's a good point. Patriots versus Raiders. The Patriots they're bad. They're not good. Give me the Raiders.
How am I going to go against Jimmy G?
I don't know. But Jimmy G might be injured. So, because I do believe he went out of the Packers game.
He'll be there in spirit.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, I think they still win with, what's his name? Aiden McClendon?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Raiders.
Lions versus Buccaneers. Dan Campbell.
You can't go against Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's going to be 5-1
It's a good team.
and drinking his cappuccinos every morning.
Cappuccino. Cardinals versus Rams. The Cardinals are bad. Give me the Rams.
The Rams are bad, but the Cardinals just downright stink. Rams. Big.
Can you believe that if the Rams win this game, they'll be 3-3? Which, yeah, that makes sense.
And in that division could
do them no good because the 49ers are probably going to be
I know, but nobody else in the NFC is good, so
yeah, well, we'll have to see. Eagles versus Jets. Not gonna lie. Give me the Eagles. I don't even know why I said I'm not gonna lie because the Eagles are gonna destroy the Jets. Listen, I know I know I was talking good about Zach Wilson before, but you're playing one of the best defenses in the entire NFL, and
the Eagles haven't looked good this year. They've got to lose a game at some point. This ain't the week though. The Jets stink too.
Yeah. So, give me the Jets. And why? Well, I just get mad every time I see a primetime game. Sunday night, Giants versus Bills.
I think you forgot the Commanders Falcons.
Give me a minute here. You forgot something. You forgot, sir, the worst game of the week.
I was going to say, do we even have to pick that game?
We have to pick that game because that is... So we'll come back
I did. I forgot. I apologize.
So we'll come back to that game. Hold on. Giants versus Bills. The Giants don't have Daniel Jones. So give me the Bills by 3,000, maybe?
The Giants may be better without Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But they're still going to lose to the Bills.
All right, so, yeah. So you're picking Bills. So let's go backwards to Commanders versus Falcons. This game is, in my opinion, the worst of the week. Like we said last week, worst of the week gets, if you get the worst of the week and best game of the week right, you get +2 on the records. And if you get it wrong, you get -1. By the way, you are still up, even after last week, 1 game. You're still up 1 game. So I've got to have some good picks this week. But worst of the week. Commanders versus Falcons. The only reason I'm picking this game is just because I don't know why they got picked. And it's also kind of a hard game to pick because I don't know who's going to win. But give me the Falcons. The Commanders just lost to the Bears. The Bears are really bad. So that just shows you how bad the Commanders are. The Falcons, I feel like, are kind of hot right now. They just beat the Texans. So give me the Falcons.
This game is awful.
That's why it's the worst of the week.
Can I pick a tie?
I don't know what that says about the record, but, you know.
I'll go only because they're at home, the Falcons. Yeah. Falcons.
So, in the best of the week, Monday Night Football, which it's a primetime game, so who knows, it might suck. Cowboys versus Chargers. Cowboys just came off a huge loss to the 49ers, and, I mean, they've got to bounce back. The Chargers... Mr. Brandon Staley and the Chargers are kind of stupid. Just a question of who's more stupid, Mike McCarthy or Brandon Staley. I think Brandon Staley has the IQ of a goldfish. So give me Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys.
I hate this game too. Completely wasting Justin Herbert, his rocket of an arm, his long flowing golden locks, by their dope of a coach, Brandon Staley. And then you got Dak Prescott on the other end, who never shows up in a big game.
I just want to remind you.
Is bad.
I just want to remind you that I do believe Herbert has not played a good defense this year. So this is his real test. And if he sucks, and if he throws even one interception, this proves to me that Tua is better than Herbert.
No.
Yeah.
You've lost your mind.
No.
Anyway, I'm picking Dallas.
So we both got the same pick, so we'll have to see if we're right. Anyway, that's going to be it for this podcast episode. Just to let you know, if this podcast episode comes out a little late, we've got a busy schedule. So that is why. But we'll see you in week 7. And when hopefully the World Series is set, I believe. So we'll see you then.